So, let me check all this. I should have checked that before. Okay, looks good. So, I was working on my project, and then everything decided to crash. So, oh crap, what did I save it as? Space Racer. So, what I'm going to do today, or at least right now, is I'm going to go through and clean up my blueprints. I've been having a hard time actually seeing what I'm doing because everything's gotten all spaghetti webbed. So, I'm going to clean it up if this loads. What are we doing here? We're starting, we're going, we're thinking. I mean, we sitting at 75 for a while. There we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I lost power, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what I lost in here. That's concerning. I forgot about that. Oh well. I have this weird thing on here where if I hit restore, I end up losing stuff. I'm doing something wrong. I've never bothered to try and figure it out. Okay. So, what I've got right now, what are we doing? There, whoa, 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 what is going on here? Why is the whole thing screwing up? No, 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 no. Okay. Everything chill. Is this seriously fighting me again? Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, oh, my thing's so stinking high. That's why I was trying to do a space race. Alright, let's get back down here. Okay. So what I'm working on right now is I'm going to have game stations, kind of like this. This is not the background. This is a placeholder for... This is just something else I'm working on. I just used it as a placeholder. So this is going to have multiple different games that can form inside of it. So this one here is a UFO attack game. So basically, those things spawn up, and those are going to be UFOs, and then they launch bullets, right? And when those bullets hit the screen, they don't go nearly that fast. That's just timing for the programming. When the bullets hit the screen, you lose health, so it's kind of like shoot the bad guys before they can shoot you, and then if they shoot you, you have a second to hit their missiles that are coming at you. Now this one got all messed up because I changed some of the messages. Right now I'm just working on cleaning up programming though. But, so you'll get your Space Invaders kind of thing. Yeah, their material just shifted. And then they launch their little bombs down, right? Or you get like this little lightsaber kind of thing. Don't sue me for using the term lightsaber. It's a laser sword. Alright, there we go. That should start. Why is that not starting? There we go. Oh, I don't have to begin play on it, that's why. And then this guy, you'll have like a lightsaber. That target's going to move and shoot something, and you got to slice it. And then it's going to move to another spot, and you got to slice it. And it keeps getting faster and faster until at the end it's like half a second between movements. So it's either survive through the whole thing or just go as long as you can. So what I'm doing right now, though, is I have got all of these. Everything's so spaghetti webbed. I can't tell what I'm doing on anything, right? It's just lines going into lines. So I'm going to go organize all of this. Yeah, like... So these are my individual parts. I'm using a lot of the same blueprints. Like all of the balls that you slice at, the UFO bombs, the little spaceship that shoots at you, all of those are going to be the same blueprint. So all of this is organizing out which type of bomb it spawns in. This is my attack guys here. That one I already started organizing out a little bit. Okay. Who's there? What's up? Well, I'm making a video right now. Come here, you want to see? Come here. So, see? Now you're on it. Look at that. That's you.
Are you doing it right now?
Yeah, that's you, right there. Say hi. Nope, you're still in it. You're still in it. You can't hide.
I'm hiding. Now I can hide.
So I am going through and organizing out my game a little bit, and then I'm going to come in there and check on you guys. So give me just a minute and let me get this finished up, and then we'll go play something, okay?
Yeah.
All right, go on, buddy. I love you.
I love it too.
Hey, kill my light for me, will you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go, go.
All right, so we're going to start over here. First thing we're looking at. This is spawning the bomb. So this spawns in this bomb, and it's going to set up all of these different presets. So what type of bomb, how fast it grows, where it goes, all of that jazz. So this is actually pretty simple to keep organized. This is just a basic instruction. So whatever tells this to do it has all the information. So this is self-contained. All right. Turn that into something I can see. All right. And now what's this? This is moving the target. Okay, so this is what gives us all of our instructions here, right? So this is the saber slice game. It goes to 1%, so that's what our size is. Our speed is based on our time, which we'll get to later. And then the grow speed is 0.02, so that just gives it a nice floop kind of effect. So let's get all this looking nice. Yeah, we'll put you right there. I really only have reference to you there. And then I really only have reference to you there, so I can straighten that out. Oops. Is that the same thing? Yep, Canon. So I can bring that over there. I can get rid of this. I'll just make that nice. Which means all of this can actually move over just a little bit. Alright. And now the branch that sets this off is the game on condition. So we're kind of going in reverse, because the start of the game looks like it's going to be the last thing I organize out. So this is what's moving the target. We pick its location based on a size constraint or a location constraint. Wherever it ends up at the end of that, it spawns the bomb, telling it it's part of the saber game. Doing that there. Now at some point, how do I tell the bomb? The bomb is going to need to know which game. Game saver. So I need to... Oh, right. When I spawn the bomb, I need to set game... Whoops. First I need to learn how to type. Set game saver. So once we're going to begin its life. It won't need access to that right away. And off of this, we're just going to pull a self-reference. So now when it spawns the bomb, it knows that the bomb it spawns is linked with this game. So when the bomb is destroyed or whatever you do with the points to it, it knows to reference back to this game. Alright, and then this is our move target node or area. Again, make that something we can see. I'm not going to put that in there because the game on really gets turned on with this. Which looks like it's going to be our next part. Okay, so now this one, because this is the saber game, this is what controls... Alright, so the time and the speed and everything that gets sent into this, right? That's what changes here. So the game is 3 minutes long first 30 seconds it gets a little faster, then a little faster, then a little faster, then a little faster, then a little faster. So I really don't like how that is. So what I think we're going to do is we are just going to get our time, and we are going to minus 0.5. Yeah. Alright, and then we're going to get rid of all that. Delete. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is set that. And then we're going to I should have pulled off of that to try and get that. We're going to get a branch. So this is what's going to tell us the game is over. So if our time is equal or less than 0.1 seconds, and we're going to do 0.4. Nope, not 4. 0.4. Right? Then it's going to end. If not, let's create a custom node. What's it called? Custom event. Custom event. Speed up game. Bring that right in there, because the only thing I want that doing is activating that. So, each time through, the time will increase. We'll take out 0.02 seconds. If it is not equal to that, then we will speed up game, which will throw us back into a loop of waiting 30 seconds and then speeding up and checking again. If it is, then do I already have? Yeah, I already have a game over node. So we will just go to game over. There we go. I can bring that up there. And this is, we're going to get rid of the begin, because that's not how we start it. Comment. This is our begin life. And then 30. And then we'll just bring this down here to you. We'll keep it out a little bit so you look nice. Alright, so this is where we're going to hold on to our game on node. And you know what? We're going to bring that back here. Bring that back here just for symmetry. Right there. And bring that over right there. And let's bring it back behind that. There we go. Alright, so begin life, move target, and spawn bullet. All with plenty of room to add in there if I need to. Now, what are you? You seem to be part of the game over. But there's game over there. Do I have it turning on? Yeah, I have it turning on. Okay. So now, this is where we're just going to add the points or hurt the player. This whole thing we can call points/HP. So now both of these get referenced from outside of this blueprint. That's why I have to have things like it referencing which game it's a part of. And then it'll link up into this, and it will add points, which means we will add however many points to the total points currently in the game as long as the game is on. And then same thing with the hurt, just the hurt the game, the HP in the game. Set the health in the game, you -1. If the game is, or if the HP is equal to 0, game over instantly. Or if we run through our time, game over. So either way, both of these link up to the game over node, which right now is simply turning the game off. Whoops. There we go. That will definitely have more to it. I just haven't done anything else to it right now. Because I haven't got there. I'm going to have lights and materials and everything, and that's going to play a big part of it. So I kind of have to create those first before I can fully program that in. But we went from something that looks like, kind of like that, to something that looks like this, which is a lot easier to tell what in the world we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and just bring all of these over. And then if I want to get really fancy with it, We can add different colors. So, like, we'll make those red because it's health and everything, right? Begin life, we'll make that something close to a green. I'm colorblind, I can't tell. And we'll make those blue. Everything looks pretty now. Yay, look at that. Love it. Alright, so now we're going to go to Space Invaders. Very similar thing. So this one, I've already set up my health for each of the houses. So, if the houses interact with the bomb, it subtracts health. Well, first thing it does is subtract health from here. Similar setup to the other thing. It subtracts it specifically from that house in these variables. It's going to change the material, so you'll have destruction levels on the houses, because right now they're just blocks. What is this? Oh, that's the location. That's the location. And then if the house is destroyed, it moves it out of the way, spawns an actor, which is going to be the explosion. I have to set up an explosion. It's just an empty blueprint right now. And yeah, it does the same thing on all of them. As soon as a house is destroyed, it checks to see how many of the houses are destroyed. If all of the houses are destroyed, again, we go to game over, which hasn't been programmed because I need all the materials and the lights and all of that. Right now, we're just doing basic game function. So this actually is already organized out. That gives us a good jump on it because that's a lot of crap in there. So we're going to call this house HP. Make it a 30 so I can see what it is. Hue HP? Oh, that's not even a hue. I don't know what that word is. That doesn't work. There we go. Yeah, that's 30. Should be able to, yeah, see those drop out depending on what your zoom level is. There we go. Okay. Next thing, spawn bomb. Very similar setup to before. This is already telling the game, or the bomb, what game it is part of. Wait. I don't think this is referenced anywhere. I don't think this is referenced anywhere. Because it's these guys who actually spawned the bomb. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't need this. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of thinking right now just because I want to make sure. Yep, Game Invaders. Nope, I don't need this at all. Because that sets up, this is what spawns in this row of attacky guys. Now those guys come in here, and from this node they spawn in the bomb from randomly one of them that's still surviving. The door is open, and then that sets everything up there. From this spawn bomb, where's this referenced? No, that's where it is.
Daddy?
Hold please, because that's how I get this reference in there. Right, you need to calm for a second. So I spawned the bomb, and I set the location of the bomb based on that. Okay, pause on this. What do you need, my friend? Mommy's calling me. Okay. Well,